bomb the shit out of them and get it over with.
Man, I wish America was like Poland. And maybe that's why Americans who come to Poland, it's refreshing.
So I recently just had a friend over from the States who visited Poland, and one of the things he mentioned to me was,
I wish America was like Poland.
and this isn't the first time I've heard this from Americans. I myself has thought this too. So Americans, if you want America to become great again, maybe follow some things from Poland. And so, with that said, let's get into this. One of the things that are very noticeable here in Poland is that kids play outside. That sounds maybe funny, but in the States, you don't see that often. And this could be a reason why.
You're not supposed to play football in the yard.
Who says?
We live in an HOA. We don't like the activity in the front yards. You're supposed to be playing in the backyard.
Is that a law?
It's part of your HOA. Go get your mom.
No. Is that a law?
You're a child. Go get your mom.
Is it a law?
Little boy, go get your mom so I can talk to her.
No,
this is not about you at all.
Oh my gosh.
Just let the kid play outside. You see, America, we bitch about kids not playing outside, but when kids do play outside, we're gonna break out the rules. We're gonna become bullies. We're gonna be like, this is so stupid.
Stop being a Karen.
Maybe this is one of the reasons why kids or parents don't allow kids to play outside, because
People just don't want to deal with the hassle. But this is where things get interesting, where we compare America to Poland.
you see, Poland has this, it's fascinating. There's this balance where kids, yes, they are indoors and they play video games, because who doesn't like playing video games?
But also,
Many times I see kids that are outside. You see, Poland, what they do with a lot of their neighborhoods is they create community. The newer communities in America just feel sterile. It feels empty and vacuous. Yeah, it looks pretty to look at. Where are parks? Where are places where people can build a community? Because America is known for its driving culture. Unfortunately, you need a car to drive everywhere. Unlike in Poland, you literally have playgrounds right next to people's homes and flats. And don't get me started about America's violence. You want kids to walk around on these streets, or you want to build a community when we have gun violence, where we hear severe violence and people's personal autonomy being violated. Why would I allow my kids to play outside in this? And as you can see, kids are outside playing. You see family, you see community. And this isn't just ubiquitous in small towns. This is everywhere in Poland. There's this nostalgia behind that. And that's something I believe America could learn.
Wax on, wax off.
Speaking of the community, Poland has a really strong community.
I love that.
In America, we used to talk to our neighbors. We used to know who our neighbors were in our community.
Who are you?
Even where I live, I had one of our neighbors, this young girl came up, knocked on our door. It was Valentine's Day, and she gave us cookies to introduce herself to my wife and to myself. And I thought,
Wow, that's really nice.
that's something that's obviously really unexpected. And I'm not sure if that's something a lot of Polish people do. But the fact that she did that was really nice to see, because Poland still has this social cohesion that I feel that we're missing in the States.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
And that's something I really hope we can bring back, because there's something really beautiful. And I know I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but what I mean by that is,
This was peak in America with the social cohesion.
after 9/11, after something so horrible and so tragic, we became one community. We became, in my lifetime, the United States. So why does this actually matter to me? And when I see that here in Poland, when I see that cohesion, it's a bit bittersweet, because it's something that I remember, but now I see it here in Poland. I love seeing that, but I wish America would have this. I wish America we could bring that back, because with all this micro identities, these political identities, we became bifurcated and polarized.
I'm over it, Sharon. I'm seriously over it.
This became much more than just politics. It's now our identity.
And when you have people like this,
Or when you have people like this,
How do you feel about the war in Iran?
I'd say bomb the shit out of them and get it over with.
Wasn't the whole thing, though, no new wars?
It's a conflict, it's not a war.
Not a war.
It's a conflict.
I don't count this as a war.
What is it?
Even if you do count it,
This
it's a necessary
is-
war.
This is
Skirmish.
taking out the trash.
That's not even half the story. You see, Congress just passed a bill with the NDAA Act, where now our military budget is 1.5 trillion USD. And not to mention that we merge our military with another foreign military.
Well, isn't that special?
America's only hope is that this doesn't pass through the Senate. I don't see that here in Poland. It's not crazy. It's not unhinged. And this matters to me. Because when you see somebody like this individual who is apoplectic because somebody
Misgendered them.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people, screaming at me, screaming at individuals because we have a disagreement.
That is not how a healthy society works.
Just because you scream and yell doesn't mean that it's going to help grow your cause any better. It's just going to push people away and just look at you as somebody who is unhinged and
Crazy.
it makes you look stupid. And equally, on the other side of the coin, with the whole MAGA, with all of this, with the whole Make America Great Again,
What happened with no new wars?
you're equally deranged. Because when you're talking about how you want to make America great, when you talk about how the far left infringe on your rights, but yet here you are doing the same exact thing, it blows my mind. It astounds me.
And here's the part almost everyone gets wrong if you support these two ideologies.
Because it's not about the country.
It's about power.
Both sides. It's about who has the louder voice and how can we shit on the other side.
Oh God! Oh, here it comes.
So you tell me, how does that make America great? Because America isn't just MAGA. America isn't just progressive wokeness.
America is all of us.
And we need to find a way to coexist. We need to find that glue that keeps us together, keeps us united.
We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest.
And maybe that's why Americans who come to Poland,
It's refreshing.
because I lived in America most of my life, and I've been living here in Poland for 5 years. So I can say with certainty that Poland
It's a much better country.
Yeah, I said it.
This by far one of the top things I notice about Poland.
But with society becoming unhinged, it becomes more violent. Here in Poland, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about if I go to the market that somebody who is unhinged and crazy is just going to commit mass violence.
That's something I don't think about.
What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think.
But I did think about that when I was in the States. Maybe that's part of the trauma of being an American. And while I agree with the Second Amendment for America, there is something very nice to feel safe in a community.
It's safe.
I can walk through the city center 3 in the morning and feel relatively safe, but the chances of violence happening is a very small percentage.
Poland is a very safe country.
I can't say the same about America. Any large cities in the States, you're going to see violence. What is fascinating is the world sees this, like this commenter, he wrote.
We don't want what happened in the US to happen here too.
And I agree, I don't want that, but I think there are some things in Poland I would like to see implemented into America.
Nie, raczej nie, nie musiałam. Na szczęście. Nikt mnie nie zaatakował nigdy na ulicy ani nic, więc nie. O, nie Polsce. Nie. Nie.
America can learn from Poland how to create a society where you're safe because you don't hear about violence that's happening in Poland every single day like you do in America.
Well, if it works.
And also, you don't see this here in Poland. There is a lot of drug use. You see people nodding because they're on fentanyl or heroin or opioids.
Because people moved from oxy and opioids to fentanyl, for example, and other synthetics. And to this day, we deal with a fentanyl epidemic across the United States. It's one that started with oxy.
And I am so happy I don't have to see that here.
You're not seeing zombies.
Because I believe Polish people would not tolerate this. Let me know in the comments what you think. If I go to the beach, if we go to the Baltic Sea, at the pier, there isn't going to be needles everywhere. You may see some homeless people, I'm assuming, that are intoxicated. You're not seeing tents everywhere and filth. Because one of the things you'll hear if you ever look about Krakow and other major Polish cities is how clean those cities are.
It's so nice to see that.
Welcome to the worst city in Poland. This is Łódź. No, not Łódź. Łódź, by many regarded as the worst city in Poland. I decided to risk my life and visit this highly dangerous city, the things I do for content. Alright, yeah, you can see where I'm going with this. If this is the worst city in Poland, imagine how good the others are. To be honest, I had a fantastic time in Łódź. Such a safe and peaceful city. Even the train station was clean and safe, which is a rarity in many big cities in Europe.
So for America, if you want America to become great, reduce the drug use. Reduce these pharmaceutical companies that are just going to push the drugs and saying, this drug doesn't make people addicted, and then a decade later saying,
Oh yeah, 100%.
this makes people addicted to these drugs. Because as I mentioned before, I don't think Poland would tolerate this. And honestly, America, I don't think we should tolerate that as well.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
In my other video, why I believe we as Americans have been brainwashed, because we have been. I live in a country that shows me that we've been lied to. In a country like Poland that's gone through so much and see where it is today. And having Americans say to me, man, I wish America was like Poland. And maybe for some Polish people, that might be so hard to believe or even understand, but it's true. And as much as some Polish people have wrote in my comments,
Poland is also difficult.
I'm sure for many Polish people, Poland can be difficult. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely things that I wish Poland would do better. But compare it to America.
Much better.
And let me address that, because I know I'm gonna get the Americans.
I was able to do this and I became successful.
Congratulations. But a lot of Americans haven't been. A lot of people are struggling.
I feel like I have to laugh to keep from crying.
Now, I don't want to say everything in the States is terrible. There are some great things there, like a proper Korean barbecue. Oh my gosh, I miss that. But America, we ran on a slogan for the past decade. Make America great again. I think if you want to make America great, look outside of America. Look how Poland does it. And if you're fed up with America, I highly recommend that you find a country that's going to fit your needs and what you are looking for. And to you, Poland, what a ride it's been. But what I love about Poland is I see those things that I remember America being quote unquote great. And for Polish people, Poland, you know, funny, I've been watching these videos about Poland from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s and seeing how Poland has changed. And from the outside, it's quite remarkable. Looking at Poland in 2003 and seeing Poland in 2026 is night and day.
Surprise, surprise.
Just like in America, seeing what America was like in 2003 and seeing what America's like in 2026, it's also night and day. There's a reason why a lot of Americans feel that Poland has something that it's really hard for many of us to explain. But Poland has that it. There's something that I get to feel again. That feeling I had growing up in America in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. It's that same feeling I have now being an adult growing up in Poland. One last thing before you pack your bags and leave. So as this community is growing, my next milestone is to hit that 5,000 subs. It literally will make my channel look like, hey, this is a legit channel. And I'm really trying to be that channel where people can come to and say, hey, this person knows what he's talking about. And for me to get to that place, I would love if you would be a part of this community by hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, I do encourage you to hit that like and hype button, because this will really help to get my channel to new faces and to new people we can bring into this community.
You are most welcome.
And I really look forward to integrating myself more within Poland, not to gain something from Polish people, but to build and to give back. And so if you want to hear my journey and how it starts, please watch here about why I believe Americans are brainwashed. So thank you so much for watching. And if you stay to the end, you are true legends. And so with that said, and without further ado, let's get into this.